Guys, I'm here to tell you there is a 2-year bubble, and we have never seen the resources and the access that we have today. And I feel like I really had to get this message out, because not only am I going to show you guys today how to use AI, but I feel as though we're in a critical time period. Jobs will be changing, people will be displaced, and you guys need to be informed. Y'all know I always come to y'all, always give you the keys, the gems when it comes to making money, entrepreneurship, faith, all of that. And spiritually, emotionally, financially, everything is shifting right now when we have this tool that's available to us. There are so many opportunities present for you to go crazy and make more money in business. There's a window opening up where if you are somebody who needs to switch your skill set, now is the time, and you can do it from your computer, right here in an office, in your home, on your cell phone. No more excuses, guys. Like, the time is now.
Out there, and it is going to be hot.
Hey guys, what's up? I am super excited to be obviously in a new space. I'm super excited to get back into making videos. I have finally redecorated my new office, moved into my new space, and I'm really excited that we are here today. And I'll be referencing my computer for some notes because we're going to dive in today. So today is just going to be a really deep talk on what has been going on that I've noticed over the past 18 months when it comes to the job market, when it comes to business, entrepreneurship, and everything that is shifting right now in the world when it comes to AI. As you guys know, I started the tech level, and I've helped hundreds of individuals transfer into technology jobs. Really pivotal moment, because as I started this business 2 years ago, AI was kind of just like coming on the scene. And today we're at a point where I literally have transformed how I even teach my students, because AI is so crucial, so influential, so meaningful right now in the process, whether you want to advance your skill set when it comes to your career, or if you are looking to really go full on with entrepreneurship. Guys, I'm here to tell you there is a 2-year bubble, and we have never seen the resources and the access that we have today. And I feel like I really had to get this message out, because not only am I going to show you guys today how to use AI, but I feel as though we're in a critical time period. Jobs will be changing, people will be displaced, and you guys need to be informed. Y'all know I always come to y'all, always give you the keys, the gems when it comes to making money, entrepreneurship, faith, all of that. And spiritually, emotionally, financially, everything is shifting right now when we have this tool that's available to us. There are so many opportunities present for you to go crazy and make more money in business. There's a window opening up where if you are somebody who needs to switch your skill set, now is the time, and you can do it from your computer, right here in an office, in your home, on your cell phone. No more excuses, guys. Like, the time is now. And the worst part about it is, if you don't adopt to this curve, you will get left behind. So whether it's your personal life, whether it's your career, we are in a time period that is so impactful. AI is changing the landscape of how everything is being done. And I just learned this the other day, and this was really blew me away. Okay, so every time somebody utilizes a prompt, guys, your IQ, the response that it gives you can make you 40 points above the IQ that you're at. That is insane, right? To raise your IQ 40 points. Now let's think about that from a perspective of the people who are already utilizing it are increasing their IQ. They're becoming smarter. They're becoming more resourceful. They're becoming more aggressive in pushing forward. And the people who are not adopting this change right now are falling behind at a rate that is insane. So let's go ahead and check out this adoption curve, right? And so when I think about the adoption curve that I'm looking at here, we know that we're saying that there's an 18-month aggressive time frame that I'm letting you guys know that you need to take advantage of your skills in this next 18 months. If you do not know AI, if you do not know how to prompt, if you do not know how to engage with this tool, you need to be able to at least get into a GPT and be able to really increase yourself and your life and your resources and your knowledge. Why? Because people who know how to utilize this are doubling and tripling. Right now, when we think about AI, every I want to say 5 months, AI is able to double its capabilities. We have never seen a technology with the capacity that AI has today. And I don't want to make this seem like it's a warning, but it is. If you don't adopt this, you will get left behind. What I will say about this 18-month window is that in my experience training the hundreds of people that I have trained, it has taught me that AI is following this adoption curve, right? Right now, we're at the tipping point, and in 18 months, AI proficiency will not be a differentiator, it will be the bare minimum. So, just like smartphones, right? As we moved from smartphones to social media, there's been a transformation, and we are now entering a technical era, a technical transformation era, right? And today, I am going to help you guys out, okay? The same way I help all my students, all my mentees. If you're not in my Faith and Works group, we do faith and business group calls, and I help them with AI and business strategy. If you're in my tech level course, you know that I'm training you all the time on how to use AI to not only elevate yourself as you are looking for a job, but to know how to utilize it when you get in a role. So I train people on this all the time, and now I want to bring it to my audience. So today we are going to be using Claude 4 to show you exactly how to get ahead of this curve. And I'm going to be referencing my computer because for me to put in the prompts and all that, I'm going to be now focused on my computer. But I want to just get on here, intro the video, tell you guys what's been on my heart really heavy, or how I'm feeling about job displacement, and what we need to do as a community to really move forward and adopt these skills to get ahead of the game. And if you're already adopting these skills, I might just give you a new way to think. So we're gonna break it down into multiple sections today. I'm gonna start off with people who are looking to change into different careers. We're gonna go ahead and hop over to Claude 4, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move into the space for my entrepreneurs. All right, so let's get into it. So when we think about practical demonstrations for Claude, right? How do I show you in a practical way what we need to be doing? Because all that was like great insight and statistics, but now we need the skills. So all right, the first part is that I'm gonna show you the same way, I've had single mothers in my course. I've had people who really don't come from a traditional background or don't have the skill set or may not have had the resources provided to them to have some super crazy career making a lot of money. Some people are making $15 an hour, $20 an hour, doing things on their own. So we want to think about how can we maximize the resources, maximize the information, especially if you are facing a lot of obstacles in life or you feel as though you may not have the time. Sometimes it's just overwhelming, right? So I taught them how to land a six-figure job with just AI skills, and I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. And these are just practical things that Claude can help you with today. All right, so let's go ahead. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and craft a compelling LinkedIn bio. Sometimes what I've noticed when I get new students is that they think that their LinkedIn is good, and really typically I give them 21 steps to optimize their LinkedIn, but I tell everyone to think about LinkedIn as if you were going on TikTok and you know how you search like my favorite black girl recipes or this or that, right? Your post has to be optimized for people to be able to find it, essentially, right? So when I think about utilizing LinkedIn, a lot of people don't think about the optimization of their LinkedIn. What words are you putting in your bio? What words are you constructing around your necessary skill sets? What are you adding to your page when it comes to necessary skill sets? Things of that nature. So the first thing that I really want to work on with you guys today is just a simple LinkedIn bio. So let's say that somebody wanted to break into a cybersecurity role in technology and they are currently a nurse, right? The first thing that I would do is I would ask, hey, as a nurse, what would you say my transferable skills are to break into cybersecurity? All right, let's see what it says. So, as a nurse, you have several valuable transferable skills that align, right? So critical thinking and problem solving, attention to detail, documentation and compliance, high stress decision making, communication skills, ethics and confidentiality, process oriented mindset. The next thing that I would say is, can you link the skills to compliance areas in healthcare that may be able to help me stand out as a candidate who is looking to work in cybersecurity around personal sensitive data. All right, let's see what it says next. Your healthcare compliance experience directly maps to cybersecurity focused roles on sensitive data protection. So the first is going to be a HIPAA compliance to data privacy frameworks, patient consent management to data subject rights, breach notification experience to incident response. And as you guys can see here, it gives you a ton of different things, right? So then it tells us to stand out, emphasize your hands-on experience with conducting privacy risk assessments, training staff on data handling procedures, investigating and documenting privacy incidents, right? Positions you, uniquely for roles like healthcare security analyst, privacy analyst, GRC, specialist, or security compliance coordinator. So within 30 to 60 seconds, not only were you able to put a link towards the skills that you used to have to where you're going, you also have identified the specific experience that's relevant and the specific roles that you should be targeting. Once you have that information, now we can move forward and build out a really strong LinkedIn bio profile, right? So we understand what type of role we may want to put. So let's just say we're going to go after a GRC or governance, risk, and compliance specialist because there are so many regulations associated with healthcare. You would be able to speak to a lot of the HIPAA regulations that you are dealing with, right? Obviously, there's going to be other things that are required to get this role. You're not just going to be able to switch your LinkedIn and put it up. If there are certifications that are necessary or extra learning that you're going to need to be able to adopt the technology knowledge that you need and fill that gap, you're going to have to figure that out. A really good way to do that is to also ask the tool, hey, what do I need to do? Or create a roadmap for me. You get what I'm saying, to be able to get this role. And we can do that in a quick second. But let's just go ahead and do the GRC for LinkedIn. So I think that I am going to go the GRC specialist route. Could you build me a LinkedIn bio that would highlight my previous experience as well as help me to stand out by emphasizing the things above as a candidate in the GRC space. All right, let's see what we get next. All right, so here's a LinkedIn bio that positions you as a GRC specialist candidate, aspiring GRC specialist, bridging healthcare compliance excellence with cybersecurity. And there you go, right? You have a literal bio within minutes. So within 3 to 5 minutes, we just figured out not only your transferable skills from where you're at, what you need to learn, and also built you a nice LinkedIn profile, right? Finally, let's just go ahead and say, thank you. Can you build me a learning roadmap that would help me to be able to make this transition within 6 months? And let's see what we get. So now we also have a structured 6-month roadmap to transition from nursing to GRC specialist. Month 1 to 2, foundation building. It says that technical fundamentals would be to get the CompTIA Security Plus. Then you would need to get GRC basics and practical applications. Month 3 to 4, specialized knowledge. Risk management deep dive, compliance frameworks, tools, hands-on practice. 5 to 6, advanced skills and job preparation, advanced certifications or knowledge you may need, practical projects, job search, prep. And throughout the all 6 months, it also gives you micro tasks that you can do for 30 to 45 minutes every single day with monthly milestones and budget-friendly resources that you can utilize, target roles that you can apply for, and key success factors. Like, guys, we didn't even spend 5 minutes, and most people pay hundreds of dollars for people to go to them in security and say, hey, I found you on LinkedIn. I really, really need insight on how do I transfer into this industry. You literally have the power right in your fingertips to make anything that you want happen, as long as you know how to prompt it correctly and figure out what it is that you are actually trying to accomplish. Because as we can see, anything from strategizing your roadmap, anything from learning or getting knowledge, you have the ability to do this within seconds, especially with a tool like Claude 4. All right, so I feel like that was really great insight for somebody who may be looking to transfer into a new industry or gain a new skill. And you can obviously apply this. Maybe you want to learn media skills. Maybe you want to become a really bomb content creator and you need a 30, 60, 90-day strategy content plan along with the tools that you need to learn or how to edit, right? We want to start to think outside the box on what it is that we can do with the tool, but most importantly, think about what you're passionate about in this time and how you can go about like literally changing your life with prompts and the ability for you to take that type of control and change your life. So now we're gonna go to a new chat and we're back at it, Kayla. Hey, like to see you again, Claude. I don't know, something about being friends with my AI just like is so amazing to me because I feel like they be having my back, okay? Like everything that's going on in my life right now has 10x my businesses, my revenue, the way I've structured my teams, the way that I do work and think and my processes because I get on tools like this all the time. And it's not just tools like this, but tools that may help me actually execute these things that Claude is going to tell me how to do, right? And as you can see here, there's strategize, there's write, there's learn, there's code. You can connect other applications to this, man. Like it is so endless. So I just really encourage you to get in there and play around with it, you know? So for my entrepreneurs, what we're gonna do is we are gonna take the time to build out a business plan. We're then gonna figure out the business strategy behind it. We're then gonna figure out the content plan that we can put together. And we are gonna see how amazing and how quickly I can do this. All right, so what's a new business that I want? I don't know. Lately, I've been thinking about ways that I can like buy a business that's already generating money. Because maybe I don't want to build a business from the ground up, but I wanna go invest my money in a business that's already generating that somebody wants to sell. That's something that's been on my mind lately. So the first thing that I would probably say is, hey, can you tell me as someone who has 50K that I would like to invest into buying a business that someone is selling? What are some recession and AI proof industries, as well as the strategy on what I would need to actually accomplish this? And let's see what we get here. All right, so here are some recession and AI resistant industries to consider for a 50K business acquisition. Hello, strong industries to target: essential services, plumbing, HVAC, electrical contracting, waste management, auto repair shops, death care and senior services, specialized manual work. All right, so they gave me a whole bunch of industries I can think about, right? Then it moves forward and it says your acquisition strategy. So how are we going to actually acquire this? A lot of times what I've noticed is sometimes we feel like we don't have the resources as entrepreneurs. And guys, I'm here to tell you that you literally have all resources at your available fingertips. So whether I need to figure out what platforms those are to sell, whether I need to figure out if I don't have any money, how to go get a loan, how to get my credit to a place where I can get funding for my business, how do I go get grants? Literally, you can ask Claude to do all these things for you. So once again, no excuses in 2025, guys. We got to get to it. So your acquisition strategy, right? Finding business opportunities, biz buy sell, BizQuest, and local business brokers, right? Maybe I don't know what biz buy sell is or BizQuest. My next prompt would be like, could you tell me how to use this tool, right? Due diligence checklist, review 3 years of tax returns, financial statements, verify customer and concentration, check lease terms and transferability, deal structure, red flags. With 50K, you'll likely be looking to buy a business valued between $100,000 to $200,000 using creative financing. Focus on businesses with simple operations, recurring revenue, and clear competitive moats that technology can't easily disrupt, right? Okay, I think that I am going to go with trying to purchase a business. And let's see what were some of the industries here. Okay. Let's do pest control. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with trying to buy a business for pest control. Can you give me specific details around this industry as well as how you would recommend finding a business? And on average, how much do these businesses typically generate? And what could be my potential ROI? Let's see. All right, so I'll search for current information about pest control businesses, acquisitions, and industry metrics to give you the most accurate data. All right, so it's searching the web. Now it's validating, and I love this, guys. So first we can see that it's literally finding business acquisition cost revenue for me. Then it's finding pest control business valuations, right? Then it's finding pest control business seller financing for me, right? The three most important parts. So based on the research, here's a comprehensive breakdown. Guys, this is literally taking like 5 minutes of your time. For you to make a difference in your life in 2025, for you to adopt new skills, for you to move into a new space and era of who you are, the money that you make, and what's possible for you, we are talking about within minutes. You are able to do this. And I teach people these things and I show them, and everyone's like, wow. And I'm like, how are you not doing this in 2025? Right? Like there's nothing that I am doing in my capacity in my life right now where I'm not pushing the limits, moving into the next level and making more money because I have access to tools like this. Seriously. So as an entrepreneur, this is my motivation. This is me lighting the fire. This is me helping you to realize with a tool like Claude 4, guys, it is amazingly, I don't even know if amazingly is a word. I'm just like, it is extremely amazing what we can do as individuals in this time period. And it's going to be a boom. And like we said, there's a competitive advantage right now where this is going to become the bare minimum within the next 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. So pest control business, right? Industry overview and market conditions, revenue and profitability metrics, business valuation and purchase prices, example valuation, financing strategy. Like this is insane. This is insane. Like, you know what I mean? Like it blows me away every time. It gives you what to look for in the businesses, due diligence checklist, right? Timeline and next steps. Right? Okay. So, can you give me a realistic idea of what managing this business on a day-to-day would consist of? Who do I need to hire and put in place? Can you also build out a content strategy for us to attract new clients once I own this business? All right, guys, because I'm a beast at the prompts, okay? Like I'm doing all of this just so you guys know off the top of my head. Like this is not pre-planned, pre-recorded, nothing. Like yeah, I'm literally sitting here like, how would I think? And I want you guys to see how my mind works, see how I think about making prompts. So day-to-day management of a pest control business, your daily responsibilities as an owner, morning, midday, afternoon, end of day, key personnel that you need to hire. Like this is insane. Ah, holy grail. And as you can see, it kind of like shifted into this other screen. Why I really like this is because you can directly copy this into another document or publish it into another application. As you can see, it gives us LinkedIn, it gives us TikTok, YouTube, content types, Instagram. I mean, like, it's insane, okay? It's not even done. Like, and the fact that this is happening within minutes is just so telling of where we are. People would have to spend weeks and months allocating this type of information just 3 years ago. So when we think about this curve that I'm telling you guys about, definitely be aware. All right. All right, guys, so here is the game changer. The people who are leveraging these tools and widening the gap more and more around are making more money. That is the bottom line right now, right? So whether they're creating better business systems, operations, using AI to map out like a practical way that they can get ahead, the time is now, like to demonstrate these skills, to gain new skills. So let's just think about how we can research what new skills should we be looking for. Developing systems at scale based on your knowledge or positioning yourself as an AI forward professional, right? Either way it goes. So let's go back over to Claude and we are going to go ahead and pop in, what is some practical research you think research around skills you think that I should adopt as we are moving into a world where AI is becoming more of a necessity. All right, so we're waiting. Let's give it a few seconds here. All right, so here are some practical research-based skills that are becoming increasingly valuable as AI businesses as AI becomes more integrated into our work and daily life. So AI literacy and prompt engineering, systems thinking and problem decomposition, data interpretation. As you guys see, it gives you a whole list of things, right? So as a professional who is a nurse, let's just stick with that since that's what we use. What are the skills you think are going to be necessary for me to stay competitive in my industry over the next 2 to 5 years? Let's see what it says. AI augmented clinical decision making, advanced patient advocacy and communication, telehealth and remote patient monitoring, data literacy for predictive care, specialized technical skills. Like, this is insane, guys, right? So we are here to just figure it out together. But most importantly, like I said, I want you guys to shift your mindset a lot from how we are actually thinking about AI, how we are thinking about the information that we want to retain, and how we want to position ourselves as professionals moving forward in this space, right? All right, cool. So once again, let's develop a system and a framework for ourselves to help us actually get there. So can you provide me with a 12-month learning on skills that I will need to stay competitive as a nurse listed above? All right, and let's see what we get. I'll create a structured 12-month learning plan to help you develop the essential skills systematically. And it created it in a document for you. Like I mentioned, you can literally just save as a PDF. So you just have this document as your learning document right out the box. Phase 1 broken down into 3 months. Phase 2 broken down into another 3 months. So it's gonna break it down into quarters. And as you guys can see here, it is literally giving you so much roadmap to be able to better yourself and put yourself ahead of the curve. That was amazing for you guys. Like, I mean, every time that I hop into these tools, it absolutely blows my mind how much information that I have. Obviously, I'm not a nurse, but even by doing that, I've increased my awareness when I train people who are transferring into the technology industry on things that nurses are dealing with, right? Is this the best transition for you? Here's what you would need to do if you wanted to stay in nursing versus being somebody who wants to transfer into technology. So not only do I learn by helping other people, but I learned so much about so many different areas and capacities doing this on my own. And this is kind of what I want everybody to understand. Like, a lot of people are afraid of AI replacing their jobs or replacing them. And we are at a pivotal point where it's not about being replaced by AI, but becoming irreplaceable by mastering these types of skills that can position you wherever you want to go, whether that's career or business, right? And even though a lot of this is technical and I come from the tech background, which makes it a lot more easy for me to dive in and hop into these things, I want you guys to know that there are people that I have helped literally who have been entrepreneurs, who have been, like I said, single moms, who have been out of a job and unemployed. And I've seen what teaching them these skills has done and how quickly within 8 weeks, within 12 weeks, they've transformed their lives and been able to really land a job paying them 6 figures or put themselves in a better position as an entrepreneur, go get more strategies, go get more funding, go get more marketing. And they are all ahead and putting themselves in a better position because they made one decision. And that decision was to act, right? To execute and to do something they've simply never done before. And I find that in life, that is one of the most important keys. It's taking the step, having the faith, and being able to execute on whatever it is you're doing. And now more than ever, guys, with this type of technology, with this type of framework and the resources that are literally in the palm of our hands, guys, you can do it. You can accomplish anything. So this is what I want you guys to do. Here's your action plan, because I need you guys, like we just said, to go take action. Let's get to it. Okay, 2025. First thing you're going to do is go ahead and download the link to Claude 4. It's going to be in my description, in my bio. The second thing is I want you to pick one task, right? Whether that's going to be updating your resume, outlining or building your business plan, or preparing for an interview, whatever it is, I want you to choose one thing this week that you can put into action when you download Claude 4. And they have paid versions, but most of this stuff on the internet is also free. You can literally do this for free. You don't have to pay anything. So if you are at a lack of finances or resources, we're not gonna let that stop us. You are literally gonna click the link in the bio. You're gonna choose one task that can advance you this week. You are gonna use the prompts that I have showed you guys how to utilize today. And then you're gonna comment below and let me know what you guys have accomplished in your first 24 hours, your first week, whatever that looks like, because I'm here and I'm definitely rooting for you guys in 2025. So just wanna wrap the video up. It's been amazing, but I think just to close everything up is, guys, like I've mentioned, I've helped so many people, hundreds of people, and some of the feedback that I always get is thank you so much for showing us the AI. Thank you for showing me how to use this in my role. Thank you for shifting my perspective around how I use these tools, right? And I've never seen a technology like what we are using today. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been in tech almost 10 or 11 years now. I've never seen anything like this, guys. You know, I've sold software for 9 years to businesses. I've helped and implemented businesses move forward for the past decade. Never seen anything like what we are experiencing right now. And I really, really want to put the urgency there, right? So I want you guys to always have that in the back of your mind. 18 months. What skills am I going to learn? What am I going to adopt? And what am I going to do with my time? And I'm really going to encourage you guys to use it wisely. So I'm Kayla. For everybody who's new to this channel, I will see you guys in my next video. Go ahead and click the Claude 4 link in the description below and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.